Hello, church. It's me, Pastor Dale. Can you believe we've already zoomed past mid-May? Ha ha. Well, I don't know when or where we're going to meet again together in the flesh. I don't know what it will look like. I do know that we will have to probably have masks on at the time. I do know that we'll probably have to be going to 2 services. I know that we're going to have hand sanitizer stations. I know we're going to have to space out our chairs. I know we're going to be cleaning our chairs in between services. And it's a time like this when we have to consider, why is church the way we do church? Well, we've always said the main thing about our church is our city groups. What's the vision of our city groups? One is to be in a geographic area so you can care for your neighbors well. That's something we've tried really hard to do. That way, when you have a neighbor who's struggling, who's hurting, who's sick, you can care for them. Right now, we're on Zoom, so the geographic area stuff is out the window. But we do hope that even as one day we may have a Zoom city group, we will always have geographic city groups as well to serve and love that community. So we've always encouraged that city group would share a meal. Well, we can't do that right now. We've always encouraged our city groups to pray and be in the Word. We can do that. We've encouraged them to live on mission, to get out, to serve the community. Well, that looks different right now, doesn't it? But I encourage you, city groups, to think, to be creative. What can your city group do for your neighborhood? I need the people in my city group to help me think about that as well. I need you to check in on your neighbors and the other people in our church. Not just phone calls, but visits. Maybe some letters, handwritten letters. If you would like to visit some of the people in our church who maybe are going to be more lonely during this time, let me know and we can work something out. Friends, I've always been challenged on a couple things as a leader. One, that we would be the type of church that if we disappeared tomorrow, that we would be missed. I think that we have achieved that to some respect. That we would be the type of church that isn't so dependent on Sundays like so many Western churches. I think in many ways we have succeeded in some of that. City Life, we were made for this. Right now, 86 families have received groceries to help their families because of you. We've given out 231 reusable masks because of you. Without God, we couldn't have done any of it. We've had multiple staff members from Choice Mead Elementary bring us food. We have many of you bringing us food, provisions, toilet paper, all those things. We have had people sending us food and supplies and masks from all over the country. Churches all the way down to the border, churches in Illinois, in Kansas. God is good. God is mobilizing His church. This is cause to celebrate. This is cause to give God glory for all He is doing, City Life Church. But we aren't done, are we? As long as people in our community are hungry, as long as people in our community are perishing apart from Jesus, we got a lot of work to do, don't we? Which means we need to be in prayer. Who are you sending us to, God? God, where do I need to go? God, what do I need to do? We need to consider who God is calling us to, and then we need to check in on them. The pantry is not only so I can serve, friends. It's not only so I can serve you and serve others in the community. It's here so when you find out that your neighbor is in need, you will schedule with us to come get supplies for them. And you will pick it up and you will take it to them and you will pray for them and you will be the hands and feet of Jesus. God is using this crisis to glorify Himself, and He is also using our church. Dude, we better celebrate that, huh? Let's ache for the day that we will finally be together. And don't forget Galatians 6:9. And let us not grow weary while doing good. For in due season we shall reap if we do not lose hope. If we do not lose heart. What a kind and generous God we worship. And I hope that you will not lose hope. I hope that we will gather together one day stronger, prayed up, and encouraged by all the new believers around us who God used a pandemic to bring to Himself for eternal joy and glory. I love you guys. I cannot wait to see you in person and give you a hug and squeeze the stuffing out of you. See you later.